We have the focal person over here and we'll be asking him questions as well. We're very lucky that we have been joined by Mr. Malik Rauf E'wan, who happens to be the focal person of Prime Minister's Youth Program. Hello, Assalamu Alaikum, good morning, how are you?
Good morning, Walaikum Assalam. I'm very good, a very good morning to you guys, and I really was enjoying the conversation you guys were having. So I think if you guys continue with that conversation, I would enjoy it more. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. You know, we keep on having this conversation, but today the most important conversation is the conversation that we are going to have with you.
I'm honored.
So let's get started with it. For example, right from the conception of the Prime Minister's Youth Program to where do we stand today? Let's get started with that and then we'll build up further.
So basically, let me give you a generic view. The Prime Minister's Youth Program is the youth program that was initiated in 2013. The government of 2013.
Yep.
After the 18th Amendment, while these youth ministries and sports ministries were given to the provinces, the then Prime Minister initiated a youth program, especially for the youth of the country.
True.
This is managed by the PM's office.
All right.
We work on 4 E's, as you guys mentioned: education, employment, environment, and engagement.
True.
Number 1 comes education. And that is the thing that is very close to my heart, along with sports. So we're working on scholarships, we're working on endowment funds, we're working on internships, we're working on student exchange programs, we're working on different kinds of certifications, awards, IT startups, different kinds of startups we're working on. In the part of engagement, we've recently made a National Youth Council of ours. That oath was taken by the Prime Minister. The National Youth Council is the advisory council basically to the Prime Minister that advises the Prime Minister on youth policies and everything. Apart from this, we have a National Volunteer Corps. We're going to make that is going to be a generic volunteer corps. An immediately relief volunteer corps, volunteer corps that is going to help the people in all ways possible. And then apart from this, we have different awards, innovation awards for people who come up with innovative ideas.
Wonderful.
That we can show up to the world. So we basically have a motto that we, there's a saying that Pakistan has majority of the youth. Some people say it's 64%, some say it's 60%, but my personal view is probably we are above 70%.
And not just that, I think at heart all of us actually consider ourselves to be
well, I think that came straight from your heart. Yeah. So for that youth, we need to work very seriously.
Yeah.
So we just want to keep the youth engaged in all ways possible. We are going to launch new schemes for them, new things for them. So I think this is a generic view of the PM's youth program. And let me assure you with one thing, our team under the chairmanship of Rana Mashood Ahmed Khan, we're working day and night, honestly. If you could see my dark circles, I don't know if these lights allow you to see them or no, but if you could see my dark circles, we're working day and night.
I do know that for a fact because Rana Sahab himself was on the show and you know, it was great to be in conversation with him and he's been really promising and ever since that he has taken over, we have seen how Pakistan at the forefront of sports is even doing better.
Yeah.
But not just that, I think all of these things will enable our youth to do what they want to do and contribute towards the economic prosperity, not just the economic prosperity, but the goodwill of Pakistan as well. And the only enabling part will be the first ever national youth policy. How do you think it will enable us and what does it inculcate?
So let me give you a background of the national youth policy. So basically it is known as NAYP, National Adolescent and Youth Policy.
Okay.
All right.
So for the policy, we went all around Pakistan. We started from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. We went to all 4 provinces. We went to AJK, we went to Gilgit. We went to the youth. We went to universities, to colleges, to madrasas, and to the students who are not in education and trainings. So we went to them, we made our surveys. We collected the data from them. Now we have a documented data. And we asked them what do they want in the policy. So now the policy that we are going to launch, it is going to be a short policy because the best policy is a short policy.
Okay.
So now we are going to launch a policy that is going to be by the youth, for the youth in literal meanings. So national youth policy is coming inshallah, and apart from this, I believe there are projects that we can talk on. We can talk on Digital Youth Hub. There are lots of things.
I'm going to come towards Digital Youth Hub and certainly, but I think I have a very simple and a basic question. Now imagine that I think for our youngsters to have an enabling environment, I do remember this incident where this gentleman from a very remote village actually by himself made a helicopter, took a test flight, and he was put behind the bus. And when asked कि भाईजान मैंने ऐसा क्या गलत किया हेलीकॉप्टर बनाया खुद से उसको उड़ाया होगा जी आप नहीं उड़ा सकते. How do you think that we provide them with an enabling environment, because that's one of the pillars of the Prime Minister Youth Program?
So this is what PM's Youth Program is doing. So wherever we get people like this, recently we had a case study. So a guy from KP, he drove a car with the keyboard. Yeah. So things like this, we really endorse them. We call them to our office. We try to give them certification, awards. We try to make them meet the Prime Minister. Whoever in this country that does something innovative, Prime Minister's Youth Program is ready to endorse.
That's so fascinating and encouraging for everyone to hear. So, diving into how the youth development centers and youth hub programs are being conducted, what opportunities are they going to provide to the youth of Pakistan?
So basically, if I talk about the youth hub centers or these things, so we've made our centers throughout universities that are for the engagements. But the main schemes that we have are our loan schemes, our laptop schemes, our loan schemes, our sports talent hunts. So those centers basically try to keep the youth engaged in all ways possible, so that they stay engaged, they can get the opportunities, and they can make themselves successful.
That sounds very motivating and encouraging for everyone as well.
Exactly, not just that. I think most of the times that one of the issues that we came across while we were graduating was to always go to your father or mother or chachu or nanu and ask them to be your angel investors. Now, I think that's one thing that you've always sorted, and that is that you're giving away loans as well. Please, can you explain a bit about that?
So basically the loan scheme program. The loan scheme program, we have agricultural loan scheme programs and we have business loan scheme programs. So we have 3 tiers. Tier 1 is 5 lakh rupees. Tier 2 is 15 lakh rupees. And Tier 3 is 75 lakh rupees, 7.5 million rupees. So we try to give the youth loans, whoever applies for the loan and whoever is on merit for the youth, for the loan, gets the loan. But my personal opinion and our policy is, or our focus is, that whoever gets loan, they must get into entrepreneurship. They must do something. Instead of wasting the loan, instead of getting the money and wasting them somewhere, they must do some business on it. They must get up with some ideas, some IT startup, anything. Because if they're into some business and they start earning, that is when they'll be able to return it.
True.
And if they waste the money, definitely they are going to curse us in the first place. Exactly. They're going to curse us at the end of the day that, see, they gave us loan, they're taking it back from us now.
For all the people watching, this is actually such great advice. And can you talk more about how these schemes are really provided in Pakistan, but it's a little hard to access them. So can you talk more about this? Is this process made more easy?
Loan mil jata hai
is it going
if you allow me, I badly want to, I'm very eager to talk on Digital Youth Hub. So if you allow me, let me start with Digital Youth Hub. That is going to answer many questions.
Exactly.
So what is Digital Youth Hub? So Digital Youth Hub is a platform. You guys must know Facebook, you guys must know Instagram. We all have applications, we all use these applications. So just like these applications, on Apple Store and on Play Store, you can find another application that is launched by the government of Pakistan.
Okay.
That is known as the Digital Youth Hub. So the Digital Youth Hub is a platform in which, under one roof, all the opportunities that are available in Pakistan or out of Pakistan, scholarships, internships, jobs, loan schemes, laptop schemes, for anything that you want to apply, just install the app, log into the app, make a profile, and the most interesting thing is it is AI generated. So once you log into it, you make a profile, AI is going to tell you what opportunities you can get, what opportunities you have, and how you can get facilitated with
Wonderful.
it. So whoever wants to get advantage of anything, just log into Digital Youth Hub and you're going to get
And
a
it's
lot.
so fascinating. It's not only e-commerce, it's freelancing and training opportunities, supporting the digital economy and empowering the youth.
So I
and
think what Raul
upskilling
Saab
them.
is trying to say is that rather than asking me questions, all you need to do is just download this application and
Just download the
yeah,
application,
very
yeah.
and you will know,
self-sufficient.
and you will know what you need to do.
Exactly.
But I think one of the most amazing things which I came across under the umbrella of Prime Minister Youth Program was the youth development centers, and that's something that I would certainly want to speak about, because established in public sector universities, these centers act as one-stop shops for students, facilitation, providing digital resources for education, research, scholarships, internships and job possibilities. Go ahead.
Again, we made these centers. We made these centers to facilitate the youth. So the main problem that, as you said, you had while you were a student, that I had while I was a student, and I think that our youth has while we students, career counseling. Career counseling is the main thing that should be included in the coursework, I believe.
Curriculum
Yep.
and everything.
We should have sessions on career counseling while we are at schools, colleges and universities. So we try to facilitate the youth through our centers, through our development centers. We have green youth movements, we have other movements. So we just try to make it easy for the youth so that they in their institutions can have a one-stop, go there, get facilitated. But again, let me come to the Digital Youth Hub, because we've worked very hard on Digital Youth Hub.
Definitely,
So I have to say this again and
We
again.
want to hear more about it.
If a person does not want to go to the center at the
Alright.
university, just
Download
Yeah.
the app.
download the app
Yep.
and you
So
have everything.
simple, so
Yeah,
easy.
wonderful. I mean,
Wonderful.
obviously, certainly, ladies and gentlemen, there's an age barrier as well. It's not for everybody. So please make sure that that you actually come within the zone of being a youngster of Pakistan as well.
And another thing that we had in mind was that we talked about how these schemes are very common, the educational schemes and the loan schemes, they're very common in Pakistan, which is great. And however, what I really love about this is that it includes volunteerism and also sports, which you emphasized upon. But before we started this conversation, you hinted upon that there's an anti-drugs campaign as well.
So basically, anti-drugs campaign is my personal campaign. For the past few years, I've been working on anti-drugs awareness and anti-drugs rehabilitation. So I was the first and only civilian of Pakistan to start. I was 19 years old when I started.
All
that.
right.
How old are you now?
How old do you think I am?
Like 29 probably.
Oh my God, I'm 24.
Wonderful.
Wow. And a youth is leading the Pakistan Youth Initiative program.
So we used to go to schools, college, universities, churches, mandirs, masjids, gurdwaras, local communities, jirgas, rallies, jalsas. We've been everywhere with one slogan, that is Nasha Maut Hai. Yeah, and we used to rescue the people, those who are under the bridges, on the roadsides. We used to rescue them. We used to rehabilitate them. And Alhamdulillah, I have thousands of success stories. I have thousands of people that I have saved through counseling, through sessions, through awareness, because we felt that awareness is the main thing. So yeah, Alhamdulillah, I have lots of stories.
That is so fascinating. At just 19, you started this and you have thousands,
And he's only
hundreds of
24. You need to
Yeah.
learn too.
Yeah, I
Isha,
need to learn.
You're still a very effective and
Count
an
me
important
in as a
member
volunteer.
of youth of Pakistan. Now, I think that you've beautifully laid it out as well, and thank you so much, for leading from the front. You happen to be the focal person, Prime Minister Youth Program. Your parents must take a lot of pride in it. We take a lot of pride in you as well for the kind of initiatives
very
that
kind
you have
of you.
taken,
That's
and
very
it's
kind
wonderful
of
to
you.
see. Now, let's talk about how do you think that in days to come we will be able to see the results of all of these initiatives that we have seen. We would want you rather to share success stories out of whatever or hundreds or thousands of cases that you have seen becoming successful because of the initiatives of Prime Minister Youth Program, and share some with our audiences.
So let me take you a bit back, a few years back. Arshad Nadeem.
Yep.
Arshad Nadeem is a product of the then youth program of the current Prime Minister.
True.
When he was the Chief Minister, Mr. Shehbaz Sharif, he basically had sports talent hunts programs. And Arshad Nadeem is a, I don't know a good word for it, but if I can say a product of Shehbaz Sharif. Arshad Nadeem has done wonders in the world, and now Arshad Nadeem is the pride of Pakistan. people, we have lots of stories. We have lots of stories that people have succeeded in education, in sports, in entrepreneurships, in business, and I mean in every walk of life. So I think the example of Arshad Nadeem is the best example to give right now. And currently you said that the impact, yes, it is going to take time, but I'm sure the impact is going to be very great.
Massive.
It's going to be massive because we're working with honesty. And the response we're getting from the youth, let me be honest with you, the response that we're getting with you, the connectivity that we have with the youth is remarkable.
Wonderful.
It is,
Thank
it
you so
is.
much, Roxana, for being with us. Lovely to be in conversation with you, and that's exactly the kind of youth that we would want to see for Pakistan, dependent, and not just that, actually contributing towards the economic prosperity and the development of the country.
And
Salam
thank you
hai
so
aapko
much
bhi,
for
mashallah.
joining
It is an honor for me to have competent hosts like you.
Thank you so
very
much.
much.
It will
It
always
means
be
a
an
lot.
honor for you and for us to actually have you,
Thank you
the
very much.
youngsters of Pakistan, who are developing or making sure that the diaspora of Pakistan really needs to be looked after the way that our Prime Minister is looking after in the name of Prime Minister Youth Program. We're